Hey, it's Aaron, the Metal Theologian, and this is a belated entry to Mr. Eric Bauer's soundtrack contest. He recently had a contest celebrating 50,000 views total on the channel, and I totally snoozed on it. And I don't really have it, and it was show soundtracks and like talk about the movies and shit like that, and I have shit for soundtracks anyway. I used to have a few soundtracks I actually traded away for a rare metal record, and I kind of don't regret it, to be honest with you. But, you know, there was some kind of decent stuff in there, but I don't really collect that stuff, you know what I mean? So I have that Nosferatu soundtrack, the Popol Vuh one that I just showed kind of recently anyway. But I have something else to show. So, before I get into that, first of all, if you're like watching this, you're going, oh shit, Eric's having a contest? It's too late, okay? It's over. He already did the drawing. It's done. I'm really just doing this for the hell of it, and because Eric's cool, and because y'all have subscribed to him. So anyway, this is what we're listening to. We're listening to Excalibur. John Bip Bop Boom showed this not long ago and said it was good, so of course I had to run out and grab one. And it is indeed good, because if he says something's good, the odds are pretty good that it's going to be fucking good. So, where's my drink? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, I picked this one actually kind of sort of for Eric too, because this is from the Orca Beverage Company, which is up in his neck of the woods. So this is Dr. Jekyll Pepper Elixir since 1885. And it's a devilishly delightful soda. And yeah, it looks great. It has carbonated water, cane sugar. Oh, I thought this one had caffeine in it too, actually. It doesn't. That's okay, man. I care less and less about that the older I get. It's for great taste that just won't hide. So, here we go, man. I've got the fucking mounted bottle opener. Let's see how this one is. It's really cherry-y, and it really has some bite, like a peppery bite. I know I've had this before. I might have actually done this once, but I couldn't remember. And I remember it being distinctive. Like, it's really peppery in that, like, the way, like, if you eat something with a lot of pepper in it, it kind of does that in the back of your throat. But it has a really, like, sort of distinctive cherry flavor to it, too. This is hokey as hell, but I almost want to say this tastes like a deconstructed Dr. Pepper. Because, like, if you took the flavors out of a Dr. Pepper and broke them all down so you tasted them individually instead of, like, all combined into one drink, it'd be a lot like this. Yeah, it's very good. I would totally drink this again. And it's really its own thing. I mean, because you can compare it to a Dr. Pepper, but it's not a Dr. Pepper. It's really its own thing. Yeah, right on, man. Fucking Dr. Jekyll gets the thumbs up. Highly recommended. So, let's get into the tunes here. Alright, so check it out. I never really collected soundtrack. The closest thing I ever did was, if anyone's familiar with the Hanson label, it's really just noise shit, and it's run by this guy named Aaron Dillaway, who, used to be in Michigan, is in Ohio now, but he's like a noise guy, basically. He's been in some bands, like, probably the biggest one is he was in Wolf Eyes for a while, but for the last many years, he's really been doing his own projects, which are to a certain degree, you know, bands like the Navari Butchers, but mostly are just his own solo shit at this point. And, I'm not the biggest noise head, but his shit is just consistently good, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not just like the harsh noise shit like power electronics, which doesn't really do much for me. It's more like tape loops and that, and kind of more thoughtful noise stuff. It's like sound experimentation more than, like in your face, like bash you over the head fucking noise, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've collected, actually, I've geeked out over that shit. I've collected everything I've been able to find on tape. I only have a couple of the records, but the tapes I have, like, a lot of. I mean, no, I don't have, like, the Andrew Wilkes Career one or a couple of the other super rare ones, but I have some of the rare ones. Anyway, though, on his site, when I was buying the shit out of all this stuff, I found this label called Dutch Oven. And there's the logo right there. Fuck, hang on. And there's a series of soundtracks. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. You know, it's kind of a stupid name for a label, but whatever. So anyway, I grabbed all the Dutch Oven ones too, just because I really like the trappings. And these are, you know, it's not hard to figure out. These aren't really legit. But they're cool titles, and they're unusual soundtracks, and I figure, what the hell, man, this is some shit I can show off. So, this is the Dutch Oven Classic Horror Soundtracks, Volume 1, 1974, William Bell and Tobe Hooper. And that is none other than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So feast your eyes on that cover. And this is actually really just like the soundtrack, like taken off of a DVD. But this one never got an official release, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, at least not that I'm aware of. If someone out there has a record of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, great. But I've never seen or heard of one. And to the best of my knowledge, there is never an official release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre soundtrack. So the only one you can get is this Dutch Oven tape in all its splendor. And, yeah, it's a cool one that probably no one else has. So, there we go. Volume 2, right here. Once again, William Bell and Tobe Hooper. This is Dutch Oven Volume 2. Classic Horror Soundtracks, 1977. And this one is Eaten Alive. And same deal. I don't know that it ever came out officially, but here's a cool thing. Here's this cool thing, you know. This is the classic. There are a couple movies called Eaten Alive, funnily. There's a Italian zombie movie made by I want to say Umberto Lenzi, but I don't know if that's right. Anyway, this is the Tobe Hooper one with like the guy who runs the hotel who has the alligators that he feeds his victims to and shit. Great movie. And here's the soundtrack. This one is not the whole thing. This is just you know, 30 minutes. It's you know, more like sort of a real soundtrack album, you know. So there's one more in this stack. And this one actually is kind of overtaken by events. This is Fabio Frizzi. This is Volume 3, and to the best of my knowledge, the last volume in the Dutch Oven series. I think it's City of the Living Dead. And this actually got a legitimate release not too long ago. So this is still kind of a cool old artifact, definitely made by a fan, very obviously, you know. And it's definitely cool to hear like the I mean, it's a really unusual kind of soundtrack, you know what I mean? These sorts of, that sort of kind of tinny, but like really sort of rocky soundtracks that you hear in a lot of these Italian movies are really sort of foreign if you're used to American movies with American soundtracks, you know? And it's part of sort of, it's one of the things that adds that foreignness that make those movies so cool and so interesting to, at least to someone like me who didn't discover them until his 20s, you know? So anyway, yeah, you know, all three of these movies are wonderful. Honestly, I haven't played any of these in kind of a long time because I'm not really a soundtrack guy, but they're cool pieces, you know. I'll probably keep them forever, and they sit well with my Hanson collection, so what the hell, man. There we go. And so that will be my entry. Needless to say, I don't expect I'm going to be winning anything, but you know something? I already have the, I was one of the lucky ones who got the, well, hang on, let me just grab it real quick. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm one of the lucky few who got one of these that Eric made, and this was actually one of the prizes, so I'd kind of be a dick if I accepted that prize anyway. Although I could call this, like, hyper rare and put it on eBay. Like, super rare, one of 4 or 5 copies of the fucking codenamed The Soldier soundtrack. So, this is really beautiful, though. Like, he didn't show it off very well in the video, but look at that, too. There's a VHS shit on there, too. And the tape is done all lovingly. This one's actually done better than these other ones that are on a label, you know. But anyway, that's it. It's been about 10 minutes, short and sweet. So thanks for watching, and subscribe to Eric, and that's it. Until next time.